Hi everyone, this is Tina with Dirt Therapy, and in case you're new, I am in eastern Nebraska, zone 5B to 6A. They just changed us to 6A this last year. I think it was last fall that they changed us over, but I'm still not ready to pull the trigger on getting any 6A plants until it has been officially, some time has gone by, because we do get minus 40 degrees. It may only last for a day. It might be the wind chill that is minus 40. But again, I don't want to take any chances on planting something that belongs in the 6 and then something happened to it and it died. So, just wanted to kind of give you a little bit of an intro if you are new. But welcome back to everyone who is subscribed. Thank you so much. I mean, I've only started this channel just a few months ago, and I am so thankful for all of you that have started subscribing. So thank you so much, and coming along with me on this journey. I mean, I am definitely not the good speech maker. But you get me around plants and in my garden, and it almost seems like it is a lot easier to talk about it on camera than I can talk in front of a crowd. So I am pretty excited to show you what I'm going to be working on today. I am going to do a little bit of shopping in my backyard to fill up the berm, and right now we're calling it the berm, but it's not really a good term for it. I mean, it is an island in our front yard where we've taken two of our trees and kind of created a island around them and plenty of planting space. So I'm going to turn the camera around. I'm going to show you. But today what I would like to do is transplant some things from the backyard into the berm area. I could use your help too, because I would love to come up with a cute name for this area. I've just been calling it the berm, and I don't really want that to be its cute. I mean, there's nothing cute about saying berm, right? So I want to find a cute name. So drop your comments below, because I would love for you to give me some ideas of what I could call it, and it would be great. So it is in our southern exposure. So it is on the south part of our front yard, and it does get some south and western exposure, but then we also have a locust tree above us right here that shades some of the area. So I'm going to turn the camera around. I'm going to show you what is going on and what we hope to do today. This is the new berm area or island that we just created. It's only about a week old. I've gotten some plants in here right now. I do have some more things to put in, but this is our profusion crabapple, and it's so beautiful right now. It's got the berries on it. It's so gorgeous, and they don't fall off. That's what's lovely about this profusion crabapple, is that the berries stay on there, so then the squirrels and birds can eat it throughout the winter and not drop them on the ground. Unlike leaves will drop off. This tree will lose its leaves, and so will the ash tree over there. So, you know, it's gonna not look very pretty on this mulch for long. So I have been able to plant some of the gamma grasses. I've got some hibiscus in here and some hydrangeas. There really isn't a lot in here right now. I still need to plant that echinacea that I got on clearance. But I really am looking to add some flowers from the back. So I have also planted these on a previous video as well, on the berm project. I did that. And for any of you that are wondering about the ash tree and the crabapple, the way that this berm was set up was that it was a major slope. So the original soil line is right in here, and it did a slope downwards. All we have done is bring the soil level and mulch up to that same area where the soil line was already for the ash. So I didn't want you guys to worry. We aren't suffocating it out. This is the same height as it was previously, maybe an inch or two of mulch on top of that, but that is not going to suffocate the roots at all. That is not going to hurt the tree. So I just wanted to kind of give you guys some relief on that, because I know I've been getting a lot of questions. But I have some boxwoods in the back that I have planted, and they've been in the same location for a few years, and they're just getting kind of smothered out by some other flowers. So I was thinking that adding a couple of those boxwoods in here to kind of give it a little bit of a rounded habit. So I was thinking of moving those, and then I have about 8 penstemon that is ready for me to plant. Also, another tip is that if you are going to dig them out at this time of year, which is the end of August, early September, I wouldn't recommend doing it yet. But I also wanted to give them enough time, because we're in zone 5B. I wanted to give them plenty of time to establish their roots in their new location before the frost and the cold comes. And because we have a rough average frost date of October 25th, it has landed a lot sooner than that. I don't want to take any chances in making it unhappy, so it's better to do it now, in my opinion, for my garden, than to wait any longer. So the area that I was talking about with the boxwoods is here. They're just buried underneath the hibiscus and the false spirea. So I love them there. They make a nice little hedge, but they're really kind of hidden, because the hibiscus gets so big. So I was thinking about moving these 3 out and moving them to the front. I also have a couple of the geraniums in there as well, like the hardy geraniums, and I'm thinking about taking those out and putting them out front as well. And I've also got some heucheras here. Now this one's doing really well. This one seems like it's been a little bit fried. It could probably move into a shadier location, so I might move that. But overall, I think that just moving those boxwoods would be a great idea. Here are the penstemon. These had seeded themselves in the gravel pathway, and I dug them out and put them in containers and are growing them on. So I have 8 penstemon that are, and I think these are the Husker Reds, and that's at least what we call them around here. And I think I should be able to grab all 8 of these and put them in the front. So we'll see. We'll see what I'm going to do. I think that this would be a great addition to the front. They will bloom in the spring, and I can show you how big they get, because they get very big. One thing to keep in mind is to definitely do the best to get the whole root ball. It looks like I got all the root ball, which is really great. You're going to be happier that way. Just try to get as much as you can. And remember to water these after you have relocated them, because they're going to be stressed out. They have been in this location for a few years, and now that we're moving them to a different spot, they're going to be a little stressed. So just make sure that they have their water. I laid out the penstemon where I'm going to plant it. However, I don't know yet. It is starting to get darker outside. I'm thinking that maybe what I'll do is just leave it here for now and then come back in the morning and see if I still like it in this spot or if I think I need another one. Now, the penstemon, the Husker Red, gets to about 24 to 32 inches tall and 15 to 18 wide. So I really want them to kind of touch each other and kind of circle the tree a little bit, but I haven't set my decision on anything yet. Now, I know that some of you may be wondering, is this too close to the tree? And really it isn't. As long as you allow the 15 to 18 inches from the center. So you would go, if it was 15, you would want to make sure that you were doing around 8 inches, like 16, so 7.5. You could go 7.5 from center of the plant, that direction, and then also to 9 inches. So if you look at the containers that I have here, they are roughly 7 to 9 inches away from the trunk. So I might just back them up a little bit, but for right now I'm just going to let them sit, and then I will come back out in the morning and we will decide where we're going to plant these. I got them all planted and I spread them out a little bit further so they'd have plenty of room. The tree also would have plenty of room to grow. It is doing phenomenally. The trunk is really big. It is 3 years old, and I just want to allow a little more room for the tree to grow. And I am going to remove some of the mulch around the edge just because it's a little thicker than I really want. And I want to get it down to more of a soil level. Now, I know that I've explained it, but it is really tricky in this area. The reason why is we live on a hill, so everything slopes down this direction. So this is heading down our hill. But also, it slopes from the curb down into this area. So there, we had to recorrect the space So it would allow for this slope inside this direction and a slope downward. So if it looks like, you know, it is off a little bit, that is the reason why you're seeing it. The mulch around the ash tree is maybe an inch thicker than the original dirt line. It's not going to suffocate. They're also in this area, we planted the tree up a little bit because of the slope and the mulch. So it is fine as well. I might move a little bit out, but there's only a couple inches of mulch around this tree, and it was already used to that in the first place because that's what we had around it before we made this island area. But I think they're going to perk up. I'm going to come back out and re-water them in a little while. They just need some time to perk up. They are in shock. That happens kind of right away once they're taken out of the containers. So there's a couple of them that are really looking sad, but that's okay. I'll come back and water them again and they'll be fine. So that concludes my day, at least in the front flower bed. I have some other things I have to do in the back, ongoing projects. Those will be shown once they are completed. We've got 2 projects going on in the back. I can't wait to show you guys what's going on there because there are some really drastic changes in our backyard again. Not like we need any more projects, but I will show you those as soon as they're done, and we will see you next time. Have a great garden day.